that means that number 10 is also here. Number 10, Om, are you here?
Yes.
I think I hear something. Yeah, good. Okay. Number 10 is here. Okay. Okay, now we have a little bird with a cheese on its head. That would be idea 2. Number 15. Okay, good.
Afternoon, teacher.
Hello, idea 2. Nitima. Good afternoon. Okay, let's just maybe wait one more. 15. Yeah, that's right. Teacher, have your name. It's okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I start to share my screen. Maybe I'll wait one more minute, but most of the students are here now, so that's good. Okay, so today we do a new chapter. You are P5, and we're doing a new chapter. So let me see, the unit is still the same unit. That's it. Unit 5 changes. So it's still the same unit. Unit 5 changes, but this is 5.3, which is reversible and irreversible changes. Okay, class, good afternoon. I think we can start the lesson. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher. Good afternoon, teacher.
Hello.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's learn about this new section. Actually, it's so easy because last time we did chemical changes, and this is almost the same. If you can understand what is chemical change, this unit will be very, very easy. It's almost the same. Okay, class, so let's start with the picture I see here on the first page. So I see the ice is melting, and there's a fire, and there's some nail, which is inside a test tube, and there's water inside a test tube, and something happened to the nail. So who can tell me which ones of these are chemical changes?
A fire.
Yes, the fire is a chemical change. So maybe I should show you that page again with the 7 questions. I showed you a few times before, but it's quite important, so maybe I show you one more time. Let me see this one. Okay, so let me just show you one more time. This button. Okay. Okay, class, so like I showed you before, it's the 7 questions about chemical change. So if the color is different, if there's a powder, if there's a gas, if the taste or the smell is different, if the temperature changes, if there's light, or if the volume change, that is chemical changes. Okay, so let's go back to today's PPT. Okay, so the fire, yes. The fire is chemical change. What about the nail on the right? Is this chemical change? So we can see that if the nail go into water, it's going to change the color. So actually it's going to rust. You know, when a lot of metal, if you put it in the water, it's going to rust. It makes the powder. So that is a chemical change. Okay, and what about the first one? What about the ice, class? Is this a chemical change? class, please don't be shy. Tell teacher. Chemical change, yes or no?
No.
Yeah, very good. It's not. Because we can change it back to water, or we can change it back to ice. So that is not a chemical change. Okay, so another student just came on, and this I think is gun number 4. Okay. Okay. So today the lesson is reversible and irreversible changes. Now, I can tell you that if it's a chemical change, it is always irreversible. And if it's a physical change, normally it is reversible. Like the first one with the ice, you can see that you can make it water, put it in the freezer, it will be ice, put it in this. Sorry, you don't understand what? Sorry? Oops. Oh, this is class 5. Yeah, sorry. Let me fix that quickly. Yeah, sometimes I get a little bit tired and then I make a mistake like this. Okay. Thank you for showing this to me, because I did not see, but it's definitely class 5 that we have today on my schedule. Yeah. Okay. Okay, class. So the next page, I want to show you the word reverse. What is this word reverse? You know, the car can reverse. It means to go back. But actually, when we talk about the reverse here, we mean back in the time, you know, go back in the time, not like back in the direction. So let me show you an example of time. So if I have the egg and I have a frying pan and I cook the egg, and now the egg look like this. So class, do you think I can take the egg back to the first step? Can I take it back?
No.
That's it. Good. Yeah. Okay. So you cannot go back. Sorry, but if you cook the egg, that's it. You can't. It will not be a chicken anymore. It's not going to be the baby chicken. It's not going to hatch, because now it's cooked already. And so that is irreversible. It means cannot go back, but not like with the car, like direction, but actually back in time. Okay, so if it's irreversible, it means you cannot go back. If it's reversible, it means yes, you can go back. And I can tell you, if it's chemical, it's always irreversible. So if there's any chemical change, it means you cannot go back. A physical change, you can go back most of the time. You can go back. Okay. So reversible and irreversible. Chemical changes is always irreversible, which means like cooking. If you cook something, you cannot uncook it. Even if you want to, you cannot. Okay, so let's look at the chapter, and then there's also an experiment that we're going to do. So if you want to follow in your book, this is page 174. If you want to look in your book, you can look at page 174. Okay, so let's look at the book. Okay, so let's say when there's a change, it can be natural or man-made. Because you know there's also fire in nature, like the forest fire or the volcano. And also sometimes human can do it. So when a substance change and it can be changed back, we say irreversible. So like the ice melting or something like that, we can change it back, so it's reversible. But when it changes and we cannot change it back, we say irreversible. And the word irreversible, it means it cannot go back. Because reverse means go back. Okay, so physical changes are normally reversible, like a change of state. So like going from solid to gas to liquid, normally we can reverse it. But the chemical changes is you cannot go back, so it's irreversible. So that's because new substances will form if there's a chemical change. They have new properties, but they are different. And you cannot change it back. Okay, so now we're going to do the experiment on page 75. So class, I'm just going to show you the pictures and we can talk about it. It's a very easy experiment. It's when you burn something. So this is everything that we will need to do this experiment. So we need the fire or flame, and we're going to burn two things. We're going to burn a piece of thread. It's kind of like a small rope, piece of thread, and also a piece of paper, a small piece of paper. And then these watch glasses is something you put, something that's burning, you put in it. It's almost like a bowl or a plate, but it's quite small. It's maybe about this size. And this one here, a thong, is kind of like a tweezer or a plier. It's just to pick it up because we don't want to burn our hand. Okay, so that is the things that you need for experiment is called apparatus. Okay, so that's what we need. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so here's the flame. Now, we have the first one is the piece of thread. And we put it in the fire, and look what happened in the fire. And this is what happened in the end. So class, what happened to the thread? Who can tell me? What happened to the thread? What happened to the rope? Class, this is very easy. What happens when you burn wood? The wood turned to so if you burn wood, it's going to turn to ash. But the black stuff here, we say is ash. So also, if you smoke a cigarette, if you have any fire and you burn something, it's going to turn to ash. Okay, so and then the other one, the paper is the same thing with the paper. So if you put the paper in the fire, it's also going to have flames on it, or it's going to be set on fire. And what happens then, class? Ash. Class, what happens to the paper? So when you burn the thread, it turns to, and when you burn the paper, it turns to what? I'll ask one of the students specifically. Sirada, idea 1. What happens to the paper? And what happens to the thread? Let's ask 4 or 24. What happened to the paper? What happened to the thread? I'm surprised the class doesn't know this. It's not very hard. Student number 3. Who's that again? T. Can you tell me what happens to the paper and the thread? I can't hear you very well, unfortunately. Put up my volume. Maybe you don't know. Let's ask SSSSS. เข้า home what happened to the paper okay let's ask cartoon 1 what happened to the paper okay I don't know if the class is a little bit sleepy today is that Om do you want to say okay no doesn't want to say so class clearly what happens here is if we use a fire to burn something it's the same as wood so it's going to be ash so the black things that we see that's ash and we know it if you burn the wood you cannot go back so if you have wood and you burn it you can't have wood again so that's definitely a chemical change so if we cannot go back it means it's a chemical change okay so that's for anything that you burn it doesn't matter what it is you can't go back and it's a chemical change okay so now we can do the book questions so class this is on page 176 so please open your book to page 176 So this is the stuff that you can write when you do the experiment. So here is the things about the freight. So they said white, but actually I think it's light brown. So it's a light brown solid. And during the burning, it starts to become black. And after the burning, it's black and it turns into ashes. And so the same thing happens with the paper also. The paper is white and it's a solid. And during the burning, it has flames. And after the burning, it is ash. Okay. Class, I give you a moment. Please copy. Let's make this bigger. Oh, that's better. Okay.
ได้ยินค่ะ
ได้ยินค่ะ ได้ยินค่ะ
ได้ยินค่ะ
สีดำเป็นสีที่เท่า
ด ำสีดำค่ะ
โอเค
Okay. Okay, class, this is the summary. It says that if you burn a paper or a freight, they will become black and change into ash. We cannot change the ash back to paper or freight. The combustion is irreversible. And class, the word combustion, it's just a nice word for fire. The combustion, it means fire. It's just a nice English word, but it's just fire.
ๆไม่ได้ค่ะ
ได้ค่ะ
Class, you finished writing? Are you okay?
no not finished
Okay, I can wait a little. It's okay. My microphone was off. Class, are you finished now?
no
Okay, I'll count slowly. Okay, class, are you okay?
โอเค
Okay, good. Oops, go back. Okay, so we learned that anything that we burn, that will be a chemical change, and it cannot change back. So it's irreversible, and irreversible means cannot revert or cannot go back. But there are some changes that can return to their original forms, that is reversible. And like we said in the first slide, the only one here that is reversible is the ice going to water. And if you take it to the fridge, you can have ice again. But the fire cannot go back and the rust cannot go back. So if the metal is rusted, it cannot go back to the new form. Okay. So it says here a reversible change is temporary. So it doesn't last forever. When it's reversible, the substance can change back, like the melting and the vaporization of water. So both of these, we can change it back. Melting of ice, vaporization or evaporation of water. An irreversible change is permanent, so it can never go back. When there is an irreversible change, the substance cannot change back, and that would be examples is cooking and burning, and also rust on iron. These are examples of irreversible, and they're always the chemical changes. So here's the examples of the chemical changes, the burning paper and rust. And they say, here's another example also. If you make cheese or yogurt, you cannot change it back to milk. So when you use the milk to make these products, you can't change it back to milk. So it's also a kind of a chemical change using bacteria. Okay, let's do some book questions. So this one is page 178. Okay, so the first one looks like it's cake or bread. So reversible or irreversible? Physical or chemical? Class, what do you think? When you bake the cake or bake bread, is it a chemical or physical change?
chemical.
Yeah, I think Unya said chemical. Okay, so chemical, that's irreversible. Chemical, that's irreversible. Okay, and here we see a bolt. And this bolt has rust on it. So reversible or irreversible?
Irreversible.
Yeah, good pronunciation. Good job. Yes, irreversible. So it's chemical also. And here we see cooking the water. The water turns to water vapor.
Reversible.
Yeah. So that's it. Reversible. It's a physical change, and then the water didn't change into something else. The water is still water. It's just a gas. But you can condense it and change it back to liquid. Okay, so what is a reversible change? So the answer has to be, it's a chemical change where something is changed. No, sorry. It's not a chemical change. Reversible is physical change where you can change it back. The substance can turn back to the original form, like melting, vaporization, or dissolving. You can also say reversible is physical. Same kind of change. Okay, class, are you okay?
Yes.
Teacher can't hear. I think yes. Okay, I'm just going to count slowly. Okay, I think you're done. Okay, next question. Dissolving sugar is a physical change. Do you agree? And look at the previous question. It says here, reversible change, melting, vaporization, and dissolving. So do you think dissolving is a physical reversible change? Yes or no? It means when you put the sugar in the water and the sugar will dissolve in the water. So is it a physical change? What do you think, class? Do you agree? So can you change it back? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. That's it, yeah. So if you can change it back, it means it's a physical change, yes. You can just boil the water, all the water will go away, and then you have the sugar. Okay, and here's the last two for today. Boiling water, become water vapor, and lightning. So which one is physical, which one is chemical? So we have fireworks, something you do on the New Year's Day. It's very colorful, it's like explosions. Like a festival to celebrate. You have fireworks. And then this is just to boil the water. So which one is chemical and which one is physical? Okay, maybe this is the last question, class. Maybe I'll ask some students. Let's see. Let's ask, I know Linyarat is smart. Number 20. Which one is chemical? Which one is physical? Do you want to try? Linyarat. So if you can change it back, it's physical. If you cannot change it back, it's chemical. Sirada, you want to try? Number 26. Okay, class, I don't have a picture of fireworks. Maybe I'll find you one later, but fireworks is like, you know, fire. Fire always is chemical. And water vapor or ice or liquid, that's always physical. Yeah. So the first one is physical and the second one is chemical. So the first one, reversible. The second one, irreversible. Because I give you some time to copy. Okay, class, you finished?
No.
no
Okay. The class, I think you should be finished now. Okay. This is the summary. And class, like you know, it's nice if you can draw some pictures, use color, make it nice. Because when you study for the test or for the midterm test, you have to study your summary. So please make it nice. And if you want to show it on the group, I will like it. So when you're finished with your summary, you can take the photo and put it on the group. And I will also put this on the line group. For some students, maybe some students are not here. You can find it on the line. Let's see, P5 Science, 24 November. This one is, yeah. Okay, so it's on the line if there's some student who is not at the class. The class, I'm going to go to the next page. You can also find it on the line. And if you want to put more examples, I would really like that. So we also have cooking. Cooking is also a chemical change. Ripening of fruit. So maybe I can write it here. For the other one, you can also put more examples for the physical changes. Let's see. Vaporization, melting, dissolution. Think of one more example. Okay, class, there's still some questions in the book. We can do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow we will finish this section, or actually this unit. Unit 5 changes. We can finish it tomorrow. And finish the questions. Let's see. And then we can do unit 6. There it is. And class, for the students that didn't do the quiz, please do it before Friday. As it is, you're already losing about 3 points because it's late, but you still have to do it. There's some students who did not do the quiz. Yeah, but this one, please do it before Friday. This is the right class. This is the right class. Okay. Okay, class, do you have any questions about reversible and irreversible changes? Class, are you there? Hello? See, here's another student. Rich.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Who is Rich Rinyaporn? Oh, that is number 17. Yeah, okay, no, I have number 17. It's okay. Okay, class, I think that's all we're doing today. So tomorrow we'll finish the questions for this unit, for unit 5. We'll finish all the questions, and then we are finished with the unit. Okay. And I think for today, just finish your summary. You can put it on the group, make some nice pictures, use some nice colors. And so when you have to study the summary before the midterm test, it will be very beautiful. And you will enjoy to study it and you will learn more. Okay, class, I think that's it for this lesson. So I will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Okay.